Hey Ghoulies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. You can't see all of them, but all of my Halloween albums and October dailies are all on my desk, and that only means one thing. Today's video is going to be all about October dailies, and I can't wait to get into it. First off, I just want to say I've been planning this video for a really long time, and I'm sorry it's so late, but I got really sick, and I've been sick for the last 3 weeks, and I'm finally starting to get better. So better late than never, but I wanted to kind of do a little walk through memory lane. I haven't looked at all of my October dailies in a really long time, and since it's 10 years of October daily this year, I still can't believe it. It's been 10 years since my first October daily video. If you want to see baby Serena, I'll link the video below. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through my albums and just look through it. And I also have a special announcement coming shortly. So yeah, let's get started. So I have to say, I didn't really plan this video, so I don't really know where to start. But I just thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about October dailies with you all and give you an idea. I have videos on all of these albums pretty much, but in case you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my older stuff, my older content, I thought it'd be fun to just revisit some of these albums. So let's get started, I guess. So this is gonna be fun for you and for me because I haven't looked at a lot of these in a long time. So this is the first album that started it all in 2015, but before that I did do albums, just Halloween albums, and oh my god, this is falling apart. But so let me put this aside. So these are the first two that I made. These are technically dailies, but not every single day, just the month of, you know, October and the Halloween. And unfortunately this one's unfinished, but I really do love it. It's one of my favorite albums. This one is just a simple handmade album. It's so fun to look back and see the things I documented and how like small my Halloween stash and crafting stash was. This is still one of my favorite cards ever. I really love it. Still always something you'll see in all my albums is I always document my pumpkin seeds. I make these really awesome spicy pumpkin seeds. Unfortunately now I don't know if I can eat them anymore, but such is life. Anyway, my first Halloween tree in one of my albums, I believe it's 2020, this one right here, I document, no actually it's not, it's 2021. Where's 2021? This one. Okay, I have to do it. So in this album, I don't know where it is, give me a sec. So in this album there is a page, I believe, where is it? Yeah, right here, I found it. So I have this whole like tag documenting this experience of how in my first ever Halloween album I documented my little tree and how I always wished to have a full-blown Halloween tree, and then here this is me talking about it. So I thought that was really cool. Bought my Michael tree. I've always wanted a big Halloween tree, but I like this mini one for my room. So it's kind of awesome, and I can see the leaves falling. Okay, I'm all over the place. I'm filming by my window and I can just see the leaves falling down. It's so pretty. I love autumn. Anyway, so all this to say, I have that documented in this first ever album, and then I talk about it again in 2021. So it's kind of like a full circle moment, which I love having that documented. So more on this later, but isn't that fun? I don't know, these are just the things I love about having, you know, your life documented in albums. It's just special. All right, so back to this one. I just, you know, documented certain things, and it's fun to see how I've changed over the years. Like this year, my hair was purple. The thing about these ring albums though, oh my god, it's annoying to turn. Zombie Parade, my costume for the year. So that's the first ever album, but it's like so flimsy. Someone who's impatient like me, like having ring albums is just not my thing. It really isn't, but I love this album nonetheless. It's so cute. And then this one is to document my trip to Disney, my first ever trip to Disney World for Halloween, and I just, oh, I love it so much. I really love what I've done here. It breaks my heart that it's not completed. I love these embellishments. Piglet, he's my favorite. I do really want to complete this at some point, but honestly, I don't know if I will. So I'm just happy with what I have so far. It is definitely one of my favorite albums. And I still have probably so many photos to document. Oh, it's so, I did a good job. Wow, I did do more than I expected, but I know that I still have a lot to document. Mostly the Harry Potter stuff. Beetlejuice. So cute. So yeah, I still have a few things to document, but oh, and I already laid out how I wanted the pages to be, so I just have to go ahead and document them. Like, I love the papers I used for this album, but clearly I was not using Tombow adhesive at this point. Oh my god, it all came out. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to go back after this video and fix that up. But anyway, see, adhesive matters, guys. Adhesive matters. So this journal starts the beginning of October Daily, documenting every single day. This is the first year that, like I said, I made my October Daily video. You know, just trying to put the name out there, make it a thing, and promote it as something that we can do every day in October. Because I remember it just came to me, like, I know a lot of people were documenting their Octobers and their albums before I came along. Like, I know that's a thing, but I clearly remember that moment where it just, like, a light bulb went in my head, and I'm like, why don't I do an October Daily? Because at this point I had already done December Daily 2 years, and I'm like, why haven't I figured this out before? Like, October is my favorite month, and I'm not a big Christmas person, so for me it was like an aha moment, and I was so happy that I put those two together, and I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing this every year now, you know. So anyway, I really do love my cover page, but because there's a lot in the album and the album's kind of small, it's definitely warped. But I do really love my cover page, and I do have a tutorial of me working on it. By all means, it's very old and the quality is probably not as good because this was back in 2015, but I do have a video in case you're interested. I'll link my playlists below in case you're interested. So yeah, I made a shaker. This is also, I believe, in the tutorial. These are my prompts, the first year I have ever made prompts, and this year again I have prompts for this year as well. I do my best to come up with creative, innovative, different prompts that are fun and different, inspired by movies and music that I love, and I just try to think outside the box when I make my prompts. I know there are a lot of prompts out there, but I always try to make mine a little bit unique and different, because I'm unique and different, so I try to make them, you know, fun and exciting for you guys, so that it's not always the same thing every year. At least that's what I pride myself on. I really do think my prompt lists are fun and different. So anyway, little shout out there, I guess. So I'm just documenting anything and everything here. This is one of my favorite albums, although I haven't really looked through it in a while, and I realized I don't do pocket page albums anymore. Maybe it's because I don't like the rings and how it flips. But I really do like this album. This pretty much started it all, right? So, oh, I remember I got a tarot reading here. I still really love this page, how I documented my favorite movie. Just my Minus, all my babies. They're so young. My first ever pumpkin spice latte. I believe it's this one. Oh yeah, and my hair was like this turquoise blue at this point. So fun. I love this right here. So pretty. I love pictures of me getting scared. At this point I worked at Michael's, so I remember this shift that I was doing. I woke up at like 4 in the morning to go work. This opens up, and I do have a lot of interactive elements in this journal, but I'm not gonna go through all of that here. I do have another, like, more recent-ish October Daily video that I did where I shared more tips and tricks, and I went into all the pockets and stuff, so I'll link that video as well in case you're interested. This is my my Monster Bash collection. I used that here, my stamp sets. This also comes out, there's more in here. I remember dressing up every day that I was working for, like, I guess I went like a costume bound or whatever it's called. So here I was like a Beetlejuice inspired. Here I went with my Batgirl onesie. And I remember this day at work we lost power, and this actually comes out as well. And then my main on Halloween I went as Sally, and then I have more pictures of like Halloween night. I went as the female Joker, and then I just documented some of my crafts that I made. I tend to like to add like a pocket at the end with all the different ephemera and things that I gathered throughout the month that didn't fit in the album, so that goes in here as well. So yeah, that is the first ever October Daily where I documented every single day of the month. That was 2015. Now let me show you my 2016 album. So 2016 I would say is the only one that stands out in my stash because I use my Spooky Pastel collection, which I designed that year. So this album is only pastel, purple, pinks, stuff like that. I think I may have added some orange, but it's mostly pastel colors. And then every year since then I tend to mix pastel and traditional, so that's just my style. I like doing pastel with orange and black. It just works for me. I think the colors work nicely together. So 2020 is the only other different year because I went non-traditional here and I used Maggie Holmes mostly. So I'll get to that as well. But yeah, those two albums are the only ones that kind of stick out. Everything else is pretty much the same. I like to use a lot of orange and black and pastel. This is 2016, another cover page. I absolutely love this cover page. I used a lot of non-Halloween items like this and the papers in the background. I think they were from Little You or something. Anyway, so these are my prompts from the year before, but just done in a pastel way to go with my album. I have another shaker page here, and I use the dividers that came with the album. So basically I put them in between every week. So yeah, like super fun to look back on this. Sorry about the glare if there is any, but it's been a while. Oh my gosh. But you can also see the evolution of my style, I guess, through these albums. So that's cool. Again, like I don't really do pocket pages anymore. I love doing out of the pocket pages as well. I think that's definitely my favorite. I don't really like just pocket pages. That pocket page scrapbooking was more my thing when I was doing Project Life. But when it comes to October Daily or any daily, I don't really like pockets all that much. I don't mind here and there, but I'm more of an out of the pocket type of girly. Or I should say ghoulie. I was designing my Christmas collections, so a bit of Christmas here. And this is to document my business cards and the moment we all know, right? In Walking Dead, I documented that. That was pretty big for that year. My costume for the year went as 11 from Stranger Things, so that's fun to see and look back on. And again, another pocket that I embellished here with just some ephemera and cards and goodies from the year or from the month. They're so yellowed. Oh my god, these are supposed to be white, clear, what are they called? Enamel dots, but they have turned yellow, which, ugh, I don't like that, but it is what it is. Anyway, that is my album. That is the second October Daily album I've ever made. Now let's get into 2017. 2017 was a little different. I traveled this month, so I think for a while I never finished it, but eventually I did finish it. There's holes here punched out because this was originally on the inside of the album, but I decided to put it on the outside, and I'm really happy to see that it's held up all these years, and that the white enamel dot isn't yellowed yet. That's good. Anyway, so for this album, again, you know, documenting similar things, a lot of Snapchat selfies. I love doing that. My hair at this point was blonde. This opens up and I documented stuff in there, some Happy Mail, a shaker, just like whatever was going through. Oh, I was going through a pretty rough breakup this year, so I did a lot of journaling about that, and it says it's okay that I'm not okay. And oh, these epoxy eyeballs are turning yellow, but I mean, I guess it adds to, the eyeballs are okay, it adds to the look. But anyway, so I did some journaling in there, and I remember giving myself prompts, like whenever I see eyeballs, I know that there's something more to read and flip and look into. That's just a little tip that I did. Oh, I love this card. I forgot who I sent this to, but I really loved making this card. I went to watch Phantom of the Opera and just fun stuff. And then, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just looking through it like it's fun. I discovered one of my favorite bands this year, Neck Deep, and then Creeper from there as well. And this is one of my favorite photos I've ever done. I love it. I put out all the money that I you know, got for my trip. We went to Sweden, Denmark, Amsterdam, and Norway. I really love that I have that captured here. It's so cool. Then I did a bath bomb. So yeah, this is super fun. And then this is, so basically the rest of the album is like documenting my trip. And I didn't put too much. I just put my favorite photos. I do have an album that I created for a course called Treasure Travels, so I do have this trip documented in that album, and I'm so grateful that I did that course, and because it was the push I needed to document this trip. And this is one of my favorite lifetime trips I've ever had, so it means a lot to me, and I'm so grateful that I have that documented. Anyway, Amsterdam, so fun. Again, pockets, lots of pockets. I love that. Went to Bergen, one of my favorite places on earth. I really want to go back. The Yoko Ono wishing tree. Another thing I don't like about these albums, everything is warped. Oh, the eyes are so yellowed. Oh, I don't like that. They look more yellow in person, but ew, I don't like that. Anyway, everything warps in these albums, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. Especially when you do shaker pockets and stuff like that. This was a Lush bag that I transformed into a pocket, and at this point we're back, so I documented work and stuff like that, and I have some more other embellishments. I even believe I have leaves in here as well, so I'm not going to go into that or else this video is going to be longer than it already is. And this is actually something I collected on my trip, so I have that memory. And this is Maggie Holmes like carousel flocked, but I think it worked perfectly with this. So that was 2017. Now before I get into more of my albums, I want to take a little break and make my announcement. So although I don't technically work on October Daily in October, I'm going to try this year, but I can't promise anything, but I am going to try this year. But I do have something special to announce, and I can actually show you because it's right next to me. So because it is 10 years of October Daily, I wanted to do something special for you guys. I wanted to do something fun and different, and so I have an October Daily series of me creating my album for 2024. Not working in my album, but just creating the album, and I hope that's still inspirational enough for you guys and that you enjoy watching, and that it gives you an idea of a different type of album that you can create for your October Daily this year or next year, whenever you work on it. I feel like I work on October Daily mostly around the spring, so if you're like me, you can definitely make this type of album anytime you want. So let me show you what it is. In the series, I'm going to show you how I created this album from start to finish, and I'm really excited. I'm not going to give you too much away, but I'll give you a little sneak peek of the inside. But that's it. If you want to see more, definitely check out my channel. My plan is to have videos on this album every Saturday. I have a lot more videos for the month as well, like hauls, and I want to show my home decor and stuff like that. So I do have other Halloween videos planned for my channel, and I believe I'm going to put those out during the weekday and leave the crafty October Daily videos for the weekend. Every Saturday I'll have about 4 videos showing you how I put this together. I have it already filmed. I just have to edit all of that footage and wrap up the video. I don't think I ever finished it off because I was still in the process of decorating it. But anyway, I'm really excited to announce that I have October Daily video series coming to you guys very, very soon. So again, if you want a new tutorial, a new idea of how to create this album, a different way of how to make an October Daily, please check it out. I'll have more information on that very soon. Once I have everything figured out, I'll make an announcement on my community post, and I'll make an announcement on my Instagram, so definitely make sure to follow me on my new account that's Halloween only. It's called Pumpkins and Paper, and I'm gonna put all of my October Daily content there. So I hope you check it out, and I hope you're excited for the series, because I surely am, and I cannot wait to show you how to create this album. So that's my announcement. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know in the comments what you think. If you're excited, I'd love to hear from you. So with that said, let's get back into this video. 2018 is an October Daily that I still have not done. I did a big trip that year in October, and I still have to document that. So that's a whole other story on its own, and I'm hoping that maybe one day I can do a series on that, because I did some really fun things that year, but I haven't ever had a chance to document it. So I didn't do 2018, but it is in the works. Eventually it will happen. But I did do 2019, and I believe it's this one right here. This is a type of album, I know it's Ring as well, but this is the type of album that I like the most. This is one of my favorites as well. So I just have, it's kind of dirty, but this is just an album that I thrifted, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I love it, and I think it's because it's all open page, it's not in pockets, and I think that helps the pages flip better, or it could just be me, I don't know. But I really love this one. I kind of created more of like an introduction, a reason why, if you will, in this album. I think that's the first time I did that. And this is also the first time where I kind of opened up with a photo of me, just an extra selfie I had from the year that I wanted to document. And I think that's fun to do, and I have done that again in 2021. So here I'm documenting a tea that I can't get here anymore. I'm so sad. It's only in the States, and it's so expensive if I buy it on Amazon. So anyway, I launched a mini collection for my shop PAPERCAKES, and this is it. This is actually a picture that April took, and I loved it so much that I added it into my album. And this is one of the cards from my newest collection. I documented a foggy morning. I really love this. So small pockets like this I love, but not the whole album of pockets. These are the type of things you learn as you go. The more years you create an October Daily, the more you learn your style and what you like and what you prefer. Like me, I love using paper bags. I use them in all of my albums and everything I do. This is why I like this type of crafting over pocket pages, because I can make layouts. I like layering things, and it's just more my vibe and my style. And I love making pockets as well. And I got these from Lush that I absolutely love. These like faux tarot cards. They're in French, but it's still cool to have in my album. Some like real life ephemera. So really fun. I love this album so much. Again, another little pocket, another mini shaker. Not too much, so it's not too bulky. We went to watch The Joker that year. I never watched the second one, but I do remember liking the first one. And this is, I think, the first year as well that I printed out my journaling and did it like this. I just really like that as well. It's so nice and neat, but it's a lot more work, so I am a little bit of a lazy crafter, gotta say. So even though I love the look, I don't really do that anymore. But maybe I'll do it again, who knows. Again, another little pocket for more photos. Another little page again. No matter the size of the photo, I always document my favorite Halloween treat, which is my pumpkin seed. It's a spicy recipe. I have never shared it, and I've always had an idea of like typing it out and putting it in one of my journals, so maybe I'll do that one year. Anyway, this is a card from Happy Mail, a treat bag. Oh no, it got dirty. This page I know is not finished. I meant to put my favorite songs, and I believe I have the actual journaling, so there are some pages in this book, in this journal, that is not finished. Again, I love these type of pages that are more interactive, and I got this idea from Paige Evans. I had these like bling ghosts forever in my stash, and I saw that she just made a decorative page, and I'm like, why haven't I thought of that? That's genius. Love her, she's the best. This is another card from my collection. Paper bags. I love my paper bags. Pumpkin cold brew beats pumpkin spice latte's ass. Come on, leave a comment below. I can't have these anymore, but these were so good, and I wish I could have them. So anyway, I love the colors of fall. I love this page. And this is something that I did for the first time ever, and I loved it, and I haven't done it since, but it's really cool. I've tried to do more interactive pages in this album, and I really, maybe that's why I love it so much. I did do different things. I went outside the box. So this is one of my favorite songs, Fall Children, from AFI, and I printed out the lyrics. Well, I didn't print them out. I used my Cameo, my silhouette, to cut them, and I used some orange shimmer paper that I actually picked up in Portugal. So it's very sentimental to me. Anyways, I love this page so much. So this is just a leaf I collected, and I tried to preserve it with some acetate, and here's some embellishments that I got from Alicia from Love Letter Generation. This is from Amber, Scrap Owl Amy, and I loved it so much I added it directly into my album, and I have like days documented in it. So I loved using, you know, Happy Mail and stuff like that I received that month in my album as well. I just feel like it adds a personal touch, and it makes it more personal. I know that I'm missing journaling on this page, I believe. Oh, I love this next one. Look how gorgeous and vibrant the colors are. I don't work here anymore, but we're at this building. You got such a beautiful sight of the campus. Look at all the orange colors. Look how beautiful it is. There's the Red Path Library, which if you watched my 2023 Junk Journal October Daily video, you would have seen more on this. Now I kind of work around here, so the angle is going to be completely different, but I love this photo. It's one of my favorites. Oh, my babies. Okay, I'm going to start crying. My two babies are no longer with me, Buddy and Leo, and I love them so much. So it's crazy to see these. Look how cute they are. I miss them so much. All right, no crying, no crying. I love documenting, you know, public figures and stuff that I like from, what am I trying to say? Pop culture. Sorry guys, I got a little emotional there. Anyway, so at that time, you know, Serena was all the rage, and I really love how they, you know, dressed up as each other. And oh my god, this is crazy because there is a remake. From the mouth of the one true Slayer herself, leave Buffy alone, no Buffy reboot. Well, I can't believe 2025 and it's actually happening. Look at that. I love that I have this documented. How cool is that? Oh, and this year I saw this ghost squirrel, a white squirrel, and I've seen another one in my area now, like last year, but this is the first time I ever saw a white squirrel. How cool is that? And then this is just documenting the different outfits I wore to work. Remember this year the mayor canceled trick-or-treating for some reason, so I have the newspaper clippings from here. The weather wasn't even that bad, guys. Oh my god, it was so silly. Here I was supposed to do some journaling about the fact that trick-or-treating was canceled, but once again I have a pocket at the end full of more extra things and a newspaper article or something, I don't know. And then yeah, here is the extra journaling. There are the songs that I wanted to put, and these are the extra journalings for a few of the days, so maybe one day I'll get to finishing this. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but flipping with paper is a lot easier than flipping with plastic pages. So anyway, there is 2019, and I love all the frilly bits. I love this so much about my albums. So I think I'm gonna have to go a little quicker because I still have a few left to share with you, and this is gonna be super freaking long. So what's next? 2020. 2020 is completely different. Style, vibe, size, I went completely different, and I really loved working on this album. Again, this is my non-traditional October Daily, and I really love it so much. Of course, we all know why we have the mask, right? It's the word we can't say apparently on YouTube, but I love this album. I'm gonna go flip it through it pretty quickly. I have a detailed 2 videos on this. I have a detailed one and just a regular flip through, so if you want to check it out, videos below, playlist below. So this is just to give you an idea of how different this looks compared to my other journals, right? Like how different. Still kind of the same vibe in general, like layering and collaging and like the same vibe in that sense, but this one I remember I mixed a lot of vintage and new items and antique items as well, so I really love that about this. Clearly this is the year that I started getting into junk journaling, so you can see elements of that in this album. My couch, documenting Beetlejuice, of course. I really love this album. So fun. I love this page. This is one of my favorite pages. It's so pretty. And then there's a shaker. So this album was actually created for me. I forgot the name off the top of my head. I can't remember, but I'll have her link below if you're interested. And I got my first big tattoo. Big. It's medium size, but to me it's like my first big tattoo. And then my Buffy tattoo that says "Be Brave, Live." Okay, and inside the pocket I have all of that stuff about the process and tattoo and all that. I did do a before and after picture of my arm, so that's cool. It's in here as well. And then yeah, that is 2020. I just love it because it's different, the size, the vibe, and the style, and it documents a really important, you know, chapter in my life, so I love this album. All right, so 2021, this is one of my favorite albums ever. I think it's because I used the Heidi Swapp storybook storyline chapter thing, and I love it so much that I'm contemplating doing this again for 2025. I am doing this style for 2022, which is another year that I haven't done yet, but I am planning on doing this for 2022 as well. But I love it so much that it's been a while I haven't played in it that I kind of want to try and do it for 2025. I still haven't decided actually what I want to do for 2025, but I know that I'm kind of itching to do this style of journaling again. I do have to say I'm sorry about the lighting change. It is getting pretty gloomy here again. It's gonna probably start raining soon, so I'm just gonna power through. Anyway, I love this so much. I love the notebook style. I love how I decorated it. I've worked on it in 2 separate years, I remember. This is just so one of my favorite albums. I love it so much. I really do, and I can't say that enough. So let me just flip through it. I also love this album, I think, a lot because I use large photos for the first time. I use like full-blown page photos, and I love that so much. I definitely want to continue doing that. I love it. And I'm really sad that they don't make these albums anymore. Like, it's really hard to find storyline chapters because I really wanted to get the 5x7 ones to do a 5x7 album for this year. And I can't find it. I really hope that, I don't know, or some other designer, someone comes out with these type of notebook style things, because I really love them. I really do. Anyway, this is special for me. I sent Paige Evans some of my collections, and she used them in her October Daily for this year, so I definitely had to document that because that's a huge huge for me. I love it. I think another reason why I love this style is because it gives me Smashbook vibes, and that's what got me into scrapbooking. Smashbooks, which if y'all want to see my Smashbooks, I've been toying with the idea of making a Smashbook flip through video because I have them on my channel, but they're like 2013. They're really old and probably like really bad quality, so I can definitely do an updated Smashbook like show and tell because it's been forever since I looked through them. But Smashbooking was what got me into scrapbooking, and I think that's why I love this style of notebook journaling, because it gives me that vibe of Smashbooking again. And that's why I also love junk journaling, let's be real. So yeah, full circle moment. Anyway, these are my October dailies at the time. I'm documenting Buffy. I always love doing that. And this is my beautiful apartment. Oh, I miss it. I love her. She's so beautiful. My fall outfit. Love this page. I love the little side tassel thing I did here with the little charm dangle. My apartment from the outside. And I actually documented something like this as well in my 2023 album, which I'll show you at the end. So yeah, I love that. My tree, and back then my tree looked so different than what it looks like now. I had a lot of fun with this album. I experimented, I played around, I did so many different things. I really loved it. This is one of my favorite spreads. I think I just love the colors. I love the nature shots. I love the like little secret hidden journaling here. There you go. I love the squirrel stickers. I just gotta be careful. Anyway, I really do love this spread so much. Like here I used the 11th page of Dracula and I stamped October 11th to document this, you know, page here. And I already kind of went through here. I showed you some of this already. And just, I love, again, the big size collages and photos. I just love that because a lot of these photos I take and then I delete them off my phone, and I think I like that they're bigger because you just see them better and you get more of the detail and stuff like that. So another reason why I like using the bigger photos. So that's the first journal. So this is part 2. I hope I'm in frame. Again, I have a full flip through of this album in more detail if you want to check it out. This is just to give you, I don't know, a preview of my style, of what I've done through the years, what I like to do. Memes. I love to document my memes every year. I think it's fun. It also gives you a glimpse of what's popular and what's trending in pop culture. This is a short page that I made. I like this one a lot. I love this page. I love the layout of it. I use this embellishment that I got from Absolutely Alice years ago, and I love that I was able to use it. It just, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. And I like this page as well. Like, I just had random things from these 3 dates that I didn't want to do individual pages, so I just smashed them together, and I like how it looks. I didn't use paper. I just added washi tape and some stamping to decorate, and I really want to do that more often. Again, my pumpkin seeds, another favorite spread of mine, just documenting my favorite dress pretty much. I love that. I love this page as well. Look how pretty. Pretty. Autumn is one of my favorite times of year because it's just also very beautiful out there. This is another one of my favorite pages. I pretty much documented everything I did that year, but I did it in a Halloween hygge style. I think I said that right. I just love this page. It's one of my favorites so much. And of course, documenting Rocky Horror, one of my favorite movies. And then this is Halloween. And then yeah. And this is the only time I've ever done like a send-off page, just because I had an extra photo that I wanted to document, so I did like a little till next year finishing spread, and this is the first time I've ever done that, and I think the last, so I really like it though. Just because I had a lot of extra pages, so why not, you know? So this is one of my other favorite albums. That's 2021. So again, 2022 I haven't documented yet, so let's jump to 2023. So this is 2023 and also the last album I have to share with you guys. I worked on it this year and I'm so happy that I was able to finish it. I love it. It's one of my favorites as well. And this is the first time that I used an altered children's book for my October daily. I have done this for December daily. I just haven't finished that and I haven't shared it yet, but once I do, I'll share that on my page for sure. But this is the first time that I use an altered children's book for October daily, and I really love doing this. It's so fun. I definitely want to do it again. The only thing is that I can't find 2-inch or even 1.5-inch coils anymore. For some reason, Cinch doesn't make them anymore, and it's hard for me to find them at a decent price and at the size that I want. So I'm having a lot of difficulty with that, which really sucks. But I really do love making my own albums and using my cinch, and I want to do that, but the coils, alligator mouth isn't my thing because I don't want my pages to warp. And I have this elastic on the cover, which I would have put around the whole album, but like I said, I don't want them to warp, so I just have it on the cover as decoration. And then like halfway through working on this album, I had to get creative on how to collage everything together because I didn't want it to be gaping, because I didn't want my pages to be vulnerable in the sense, like, I don't know the right word, but because it's an open album, it's not protected, you know, with a cover or something. The pages are really to the edge of the album. I didn't want it to be like this and then, you know, have it exposed to elements and just, I don't know, getting ruined basically. So anyway, all that aside, this is my 2023 album. I have, again, a full detailed flip through and a music flip through, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but this is the last October Daily album that I created recently. It gives you an idea of how my style has changed. Now, if you think it hasn't changed, I don't know, let me know in the comments if it has or hasn't, but I think I have evolved a little bit throughout the years. I definitely don't use pocket pages all that much anymore. So I just really love this type of open page concept. Like I've said before, I just love to be able to touch everything, and the pages flip smoothly. So I love, again, documenting my tree. That's super important. I love paper bags. Always gonna find paper bags in all of my albums no matter what. And nature shots. And my favorite memes are here. Baking. I really want to do a lot more baking this year. I have some gluten-free healthy recipes that I want to try, so I definitely want to bake this year. And this is why I went with this book. For if you haven't watched that October Daily full detailed flip through, I'll just say it here really quickly. The reason why I went with this book is because there's a lot of like homey illustrations, you know, him cooking and the house and stuff like that. And this is the first year that me and my boyfriend moved into this apartment. So I was very purposeful with the children's book that I chose to go with. So I didn't put all of the book pages in it, but I do have some, and I did leave some of them blank. I love this one so much. So although you see similar things in all my albums, like the nature shots, to me, I don't get tired of that because I love autumn. I love the colors. I love the leaves. And it just, you know, it's fun to document. And this year, like I mentioned before, beginning of October, it's so warm, and at the beginning of the album I was like outside with a spaghetti strap dress, which is so not common in Montreal in October. It's usually pretty cold, but again this year it's been kind of warm as well, so it's fun to have all that stuff documented. Okay, so let's say you're new to October Daily and you think you don't have that much to document. Even though you document the same things every year, they are different because it's not the same, you know? Like this year I'm documenting how it's super warm in October. The other years I didn't document that, so it is different. And then again with the leaves and stuff, like although it might seem like you're doing the same thing every year, when you look back on it, it doesn't matter anymore because it's your memories and it's what's important to you and it's what you love. So don't let that stop you from starting if that is something that you may be worried about. Like, I don't have fun things to do, or my life is boring, or I don't really do much, or insert whatever excuse you might think of. I hope you don't let that stop you, because playing with fun paper, vintage paper, antique paper, stickers and embellishments and vintage laces, it's so much fun. And if that's something you love to do, don't let that stop you from doing it. Because it really doesn't matter if you have the same photos or if you don't have photos at all, or if you document pop culture stuff. Whatever makes you happy is all that matters. So anyway, with that said, I hope you do give it a try if you haven't yet. And if you're interested in a new style of October Daily, don't forget to check out my series that's coming up. So yeah, this is one of my favorite albums. Again, I just love what I did with it. There's the Red Path Museum in the other, remember? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that is my October Daily. I believe it's starting to rain, so perfect timing. And that is a wrap. I seriously can't get all of them in the shot, but they're all here. Anyway, that is the end of my video. I appreciate you watching. If you stuck to the end, oh my gosh, thank you. I know it's a long one, but I hope you enjoyed watching and listening and seeing some of my memories and listening to me just talk about something I love to do. And again, if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new and you want more spooky content like this. And don't forget again to check out my upcoming October Daily series. I cannot wait to share with you guys how I put that album together, and I hope you're excited for it. And I do plan on hopefully eventually having more October Daily videos for you guys. And if you are doing October Daily, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know. I'd love to follow along with your process and your journey. And even if you're sharing on Instagram, let me know. I would just love to see and support each other. This is a community of amazing spooky people, and I love that. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'll have my prompt list for this year linked below somewhere if you want to check it out. I do have a short as well on YouTube, but I have a video on Instagram that I can maybe try and link to, where I talk about the prompts and give you behind the scenes reasoning to why I chose them. So that's fun. That's the first time I ever did that. So yeah, I just tried to make this year special because it is 10 years. Can you believe it? 10 freaking years. And I know I have some albums missing, but I will work on them, and I cannot wait to have full 10 years plus of October Daily albums. They're just so fun and special to me, and so fun to look back on. And I really appreciate having you all here with me in this video, looking back at my past albums and my past memories. This was super fun and special for me, and I hope you enjoyed watching. So, can you hear the rain in the background? It's starting to pick up, but perfect timing. I'm done. So if it gets gloomy, it's okay. I can go sit by the window and read my book. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in my next video. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Enjoy your October and stay spooky. Bye.